Mr. Stila tell me about the topic of the presentation, fertilizer application, but he says in Thai, show about the application of fertilizer recommendation. So, I think Mr. Stila want me show this application about the fertilizer recommendation application, but the topic is fertilizer application different, okay? But okay, please understand me. For this, when if our want to create some application for recommendation fertilizer recommendation, we need something. From the soil survey and classification, we have a map, soil map and soil data. But for us, for soil land development department, we must to know all of soil data in Thailand, all of everywhere about soil data in Thailand. But from the farmer, not. For the farmer, we need to know just soil data in their field. That's very important. When we have soil map, we bring the soil map to the farmer. The farmer says, "Oh, what is this? It's a map. I want to know about the soil in my field, not overall in province, in Tambon, in Ampere, or in country, like that." So the farmer don't need the specific of the soil classification. They don't want to know what about something like a indoor crop or system. That's like little soil. The farmer they don't need the special about this data, but they want to understand their soil and how to manage their soil. The soil is okay. Clay soil, sandy soil is okay for the farmer. And how to manage the clay soil, that's sandy soil. That's the thing that farmer need. And that means we need to simplify the soil data of for the farmer. Simplify like from sandy loam to sandy soil, like that, something like that. And simplify the soil data for the fertilizer application also. What the farmer want? The farmer want to know what the plant that they choose grow in this soil, in their soil, and they want to know if they have some plant that they want to grow, what the management that you need to do. There's two questions for the farmer, but for us, we recommendation about the plant to the soil, with the soil recommendation the management for the plant for the soil also. Okay, if the farmer know about that means right soil and right plant together. Now, after that, the farmer want to know how to improve productivity for that agriculture. Some of management of that to improve productivity. This is fertilizer application for specific on soil. and specific on plant. We have data in Thailand. We have data about the fertilizer recommendation based on soil analysis, because in same soil, in same plant, but in the same soil, when we change the land use, when we change the management, some property of soil, something like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium is changed. So we need to get the soil sample to analyze, and recommendation about fertilizer on the new one of soil analysis. But for me, we need to recommendation fertilizer based on soil analysis and soil classification also. It's not step of Thailand now. Just in Thailand we have already fertilizer recommendation based on soil analysis. But in the future, we need to based on soil analysis and soil classification also. So for fertilizer recommendation based on soil analysis, we create the application for smartphone, for iOS and Android, like that. This one on the left hand side is for iOS, and the right hand side for the Android. The man who create this application is Mr. กิตติ วงแสง Mr. กิตติ วงแสง please introduce yourself, show your hand. Okay, that's the one first this the first menu. Excuse me sorry about in Thai, because for the Thai people use that. This is the menu of the application, and the first thing is for this application we need to locate in the field, like from the map we use locate by point in the map, and we have the soil data in the map server in RDD. When the on-file application from the mobile phone get the coordinate, they send the coordinate to the map server, and map server send back the soil data to the smartphone application, and smartphone application will calculate and recommendation the fertilizer to the farmer. So the first, after the application can get the soil data from the server, next the farmer need to select the plant to recommendation about the plant. We have 6 plants in application now: maize, sugarcane, cassava, para rubber, oil palm, rice, maize, sugarcane, cassava, para rubber, and oil palm. Yeah. And after we have soil data, we have plant, the farmer can check the data is correct or not. The correct of soil, the correct of plant. If it's correct, the farmer can get recommendation about the fertilizer recommendation. The recommendation about fertilizer, the first thing of recommendation is recommendation about nutrient that the plant need. The nutrient that the plant need for their growth and their productivity. After we have a plant, a nutrient need, we change the nutrient to the fertilizer by calculate on smartphone, and recommend the formula and rate of fertilizer to the farmer. But the farmer can change the formula of fertilizer for the iOS, iOS mobile application. The farmer can click on left or right of point on arrow to change the formula. If change the formula, the range of fertilizer is changed also because we fix a nutrient that plant need. For the for the Android application, for an Android platform, we have the farmer can select the fertilizer for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and change the formula and range of fertilizer. The last thing we recommend about soil management also. For each soil in Thailand, we have recommendation for the plant, different plants. If the farmer want to grow rice, we recommend about soil to rice. If farmer want to grow maize, we have a recommendation for the maize also. If the farmer have a new soil analysis data, that means the farmer get the soil sample, send it to the lab, and the lab analyze soil data to how about the organic matter, phosphorus, and potassium. So, and when they send this data to the farmer can input the data. This is organic matter, phosphorus, and potassium. This one also, phosphorus, organic matter, phosphorus, and potassium. And when the soil analysis is changed, nutrient of the nutrient that the plant needs is changed too, because it's from the something like in central part of Thailand. In the past, we have low phosphorus. We have so many potassium and low phosphorus. The recommendation about the fertilizer, we recommendation about the phosphorus too much in the past, and the farmer use fertilizer. We use phosphorus fertilizer for the rice in central part of Thailand very long time. Now when we collect the soil sampling to the lab, we found that we have too many phosphorus in the field, in the soil. So the recommendation is changed. We less down the phosphorus and get more potassium. This is a application that we have now. How about the next 15 นาทีจบแล้วพี่ให้45 นาที For the next development, we have fertilizer recommendation based on soil analysis, but we know that each different soil each have the fertilizer in when we apply the fertilizer in different soil, the nutrient loss in different soil is not equal. You know, some when we recommend the soil fertilizer in the sandy soil, it have so many fertilizer loss, but in the NK soil it have less than of nutrient loss. So we we want to know that if it different soil data, different soil classification, we can change specific about the fertilizer application in each soil classification and on the soil analysis also together. How to do that? We can change something for the soil classification that tell about the morphology of soil, physical property, chemical property, and many things property of the soil to tell us what is the classification of that soil. But for the farmer, they don't know about the classification. They know about the property of soil. So I tell my colleagues always, the name of soil, just a soil series, just a soil classification, this is something like a bridge, to send the soil property like a bridge between the left hand side is a farmer and the right hand side is a soil data that we have. But the farmer, if we tell the farmer about the every property for that soil is so many, but we get all data to the one name and use the one name each bridge for the farmer. The farmer can know, okay, this soil is mean blah 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 blah. Like tell, okay, do you know Mr. Satila? Yeah, he know. He's like a fat man, like that. That's the bridge. The classification is not important, but the soil property is very important. But we use the already soil classification for the each bridge for the join the farmer to the soil property. So maybe I can say that the farmer the fertilizer recommendation that we need is a fertilizer recommendation based on soil analysis and soil property. That means maybe we don't need to use all of application. We need some property that very important for the fertilizer, just texture, structure, organometer, something like that, and use that property and soil analysis to recommendation. How to do that? Now we need research data, so many research data, all top modeling to create the data for recommendation. Because of we have in Thailand, we have so many soil series. We have more than 300 soil series. So we cannot go to the field and research every series for every plant. We need something like a crop model to use property and equation to forecast the yield of the production. We forecast the production for each when we have a different soil management, and if we have that data, we can use the data to create new or develop the application for recommendation based on soil analysis and soil property. For the research data and crop modeling, we need new generation to be modeler, maybe on the line and behind the line, like Mr. Pitti, Mr. Sarapat, Mr. Isopon. นี้เลย so if we have specific soil management recommendation that we can make one soil and one recommendation. That's a very good thing for us. Very detailed for the large scale. If we need to large scale, we need a very specific on the soil management recommendation. Just soil, fertilizer, and water management also. Water management also we need to have recommendation about the soil water management also, but it's very difficult in Thailand because we have irrigation area is too small, just 30% in Thailand, is 70% is rainfed area that you don't know about the climate, have rain or not. So it's very difficult to create water management. But maybe we can use deep irrigation to adjust to use in rainfed area, because in deep irrigation is used water is not too much. The water that we have, we can use for the mini area like that. Okay, I have that's yeah. Thank you.